Okay, so in this video, we're going to be getting back to the comic stuff because issue 175 cover's been released and the start of a whole new story arc, a whole new comic arc called New World Order, and it's apparently focusing on a group called the Commonwealth, which are apparently the largest colony we've ever seen in The Walking Dead. So they're bigger than the Saviors, and the Saviors were massive. Didn't think we'd ever get bigger than the Saviors. So if these lot are villains, they're going to be a serious fucking problem, especially you can see with the cover here. The artillery they have, they're packing some serious heat. Like, you know by the way they look, that armour looks incredible. What the fuck is that? Look like stormtroopers out of Star Wars or some shit. But you know they're packing heavy artillery. Not sure if they're part of Stephanie's group, this Ohio group. I'm not actually sure if they are or not, because this has just been released, so nothing's been said apart from they're called the Commonwealth. It's a new story arc called A New World Order, or The New World Order. And that's pretty much it. It's shown what they look like. So we don't know anything about them. So this is where all the assumptions come in.
So Morgan showed me this when I was on the computer. He literally put his phone right in my face and showed me this cover. And right away I thought, like, what the fuck? It looks like a one of those comic covers. One of those like covers with all comics in it. Like it's a mixture. One of those magazines. Yeah,
or some like alternate Walking Dead Star Wars themed cover. You know what
exactly,
I mean?
Or an alternate cover. And it just looks mental. Honestly, I thought Star Wars right away. That's what I thought. We're actually so far into the apocalypse now, like, you kind of forget how far we are in. We're getting all these brand new characters. I'm absolutely loving how Robert Kirkman's constantly coming up with these ideas that's just out of the blue. You don't expect it. Like, we kind of expected, like, Eugene's been on the radio to Stephanie, we meet Princess, which is that was a great issue, last issue, where we had more of Princess. We had fucking Jesus Betas behind him. We have all this stuff going on, and it just seems to me like the next few months of the Walking Dead comic is going to be absolutely mental. Like, we've got I keep saying it every comic video, we have all these stories, and we have more than one, and they're all going to come together, and just, it's going to be amazing. Yeah,
not too long ago in a video, we were talking about what can Robert Kirkman possibly do next. He's done the Saviors, he's done the Whisperers, and you're trying to think, what can you possibly do to outdo that? What can you do to top that? But it looks like if this is a villain group, even if it's not a villain group, he's introduced a group that looks heavily armoured, like fucking...
Exactly.
They look heavily armoured, like SWAT men, modern SWAT men or some shit like that. So he's just gone and proved us all wrong again.
Thing is, he's actually with the time in the comic. Like, what I mean by that is, he come up with the Whisperers, that they wear walker skin and stuff, like people's lost their humanity. And now you've got these guys who are heavily armoured and that. It's like, times have really changed now. This now feels proper, like, post-apocalyptic. Like, it's really getting there, all this heavy armour, and you've got these Whisperers. It's amazing how, like, because you kind of forget, you kind of always look back and think, oh, they're going to lose their community, go to another one, lose their community, go to another one. But he's constantly reinventing things and coming up with all these brand new stories that are really interesting, and they just catch you, they surprise you. They really do.
So now on to what we think they are. I've honestly not taken any time to think if they're villains or not. I think they will be... I'm not sure if they'll be I don't think they're going to be fully good, is what I would say, because it's a story arc, and there has to be some sort of danger. Just Beta by himself and a few Whisperers is not enough danger, in my opinion. If Rick's group and the rest of them as a whole come across Beta, they'll obviously destroy him. It's like, what, 3 against a whole community, 2 whole communities. So they're going to have to do something interesting, and with the Commonwealth, I feel like they're going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And if they are, we're going to see a war that is bigger than all-out war, which is going to be insane, because they have a shit ton of members, which is just going to be mental. Remember, the Saviors aren't fully, they're not fully happy with Rick's group as it is. So there's so many things you forget about in the comic that always come back eventually. So maybe like the Saviors are not going to just disregard what Negan said before, and they're actually going to start working with these lot if they try and attack Rick and whatnot. So it depends. I'm not sure if they're going to be... I don't think they're going to be full villains, but I think they are going to be a problem.
Yeah, we do forget things, like Rick's losing his shit as well. Like, that's another thing. The White's not on a good page with him. And I'm glad they're showing Rick like that, because I was thinking to myself, I hope he doesn't get over that too quick. I mean, Andrea was so close to him. She was kind of keeping him all together. Carl's grown up now. Whenever Rick was upset or had a problem, he went to Andrea. So the fact that she's gone and he's acting like this, which is a bit off topic with this cover, but just in general with the comic, that's something you forget about, really. Like, how Rick, as a leader, he seems stable to everyone else, but really he's not.
He's breaking down, yeah.
Or, well, not to everyone, because when Jesus and Aaron come up to him and said, I'm leaving and stuff, they could kind of tell.
Well, even then, Rick says I must have dozed off. He's trying to make it seem like he's not, like he's fully there. But I think a few people know he's not, and we as the readers know exactly what he's going through. We can see it, obviously. We see things that other characters can't. So we know he's not dealing with it well at all. He keeps going back to her grave and crying and sleeping on it.
Now Morgan mentioned to me as well when he showed me the cover that it looks like it's going to be, if you put all the covers together, you can see someone's leg obviously. Put all the covers together, it's going to make some big long poster, which is amazing. I can't wait to see what kind of characters we meet that are in this group, their personalities and stuff, or if anyone from the Telltale game is there, that would be amazing. You never know. I mean, it's all in the same area, really. If there's a big group, and it's the biggest group we've ever come across, right? The biggest community, so to speak, we've ever come across. There's got to be someone from the Telltale game there. Surely, it's in the same universe. Not someone who's got a determined death, obviously. Someone like Molly in the Telltale game. She just left the group. She didn't die or anything. She just left.
Yeah.
And she's left unknown. So maybe she could be here. You never know.
Or Arvo. That's a terrible explanation, but you get the idea.
Get me with
It's a terrible example, but Arvo's someone who doesn't have his ending is the same no matter what you do. He always runs away and leaves. But let's not.
What about Clementine?
Let's not bring him into.
I mean, we know we've got the last of the season 4 coming up. Sometime, is it late one this year or next year? I think it's
next year.
In the springtime, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think they won't put a character like Clementine in the comics.
Well, her story's ending. That's what I mean. If the Telltale game is coming to an end,
that could
be for her to go into the comic.
It could very well be someone like Krista as well, which would be interesting. I don't think it will be, but I do see what David's saying. It can be a character that, like Molly, for example, who has disappeared and doesn't have a determined death. Like her outcome is the same no matter what.
So if a character talks to her in the comic, things won't seem messed up. Like I suppose when Walt Crumpton's writing, I think with me, I don't think Clementine's ever going to be in the comic now. When I think about it, it's possible, but I don't think so because writing her story would be so weird. She has different paths. Like it's determined on what we chose in the game.
Yeah, and they wouldn't want to make it feel like certain players' decisions are irrelevant.
They could work around that, but I think it would just be it won't be fun, I suppose. I think it would be very inconsistent. Plus, she's lost a finger in one of them. She's got a scratch. It's all different, like whatever you choose.
Yeah.
But we could, like Morgan said, have Molly or Arvo. They have very minor choices that you can easily work around. You ain't got to talk about it at all. Could work.
And also another thing, is this the group in Ohio? Because they have 50 people. I'm pretty sure the Saviors had more than 50 people, so that doesn't add up in terms when they say it's the largest group we've ever come across. So
I'm confused with this.
By what I'm seeing now, and this is just off the top of my head, because it literally just got released, this seems like it's a different group to the Ohio one, which means we got another large group to deal with, and we don't know what the hell, we don't know anything about them.
They can't be bad.
They're obviously very big fans of Star Wars, but we have 2 big groups now, and it's just, we're getting introduced to so many characters, it's ridiculous. So tell us what you think about that. Do you think they're the Ohio group, or do you think they're a brand new one? I think they're a brand new one because, like I said, it doesn't add up. The Saviors had way more than 50 people, so, you know, about them being the biggest group, it wouldn't add up.
So we've missed out a lot of comic stuff, a lot of TV show stuff. There's so much videos we had planned, couldn't get around to doing them just because of life. The Walking Dead is so close, so we're going to come up with a lot. I've heard a lot of news that I want to talk about, not in this video because it'll be too long and we'll ramble. And if we was to do that, the video will probably be like 2 fucking hours. So we'll do them all separately. But as for the comic stuff, like I said, I mean, we've met Princess. I absolutely love that character. I think she's so unique and funny.
She's fucking crazy.
She is funny though. I actually like that character a lot. It's weird. I understand why Michonne don't trust her. I like that Michonne distrusts her and stuff. Magna's not doing too much. I thought she'd do more by now, but I suppose we could talk about that again in another video. And Jesus, I'm so scared for, because that last page, right, and we'll show it here, fucking scares me. Like, we have a cover of Jesus hurt as well. I think it's too obvious that he's going to die. I think Aaron's going to be the one who dies. Because it's too shoved in your face, like, oh, look, Jesus is going to die. It just wouldn't make sense to me. That's one death that I don't want to happen. My favourite character in the comic, just do not want him to die. And it was obvious when he said that they wanted to go, that something like this was going to happen. I knew Beta was going to turn up again, but that last image just, yeah, I fucking hate that. I want the next comic now. I want to see Jesus absolutely fine, but it's a shame that, you know, I just have a feeling Aaron's going to be the one who dies. So
that's about it for this video. Just a little discussion on the new story arc coming up. I'm super excited for it. I'm glad Robert Kirkman's coming up with different stuff each time. There's nothing that's done before.
It's appealing, and it just screams at you like, this is fresh. This is fresh stuff. I'm loving it.
So tell us what you think of that down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave it a like, share it around, and as always, cheers for watching.